So welcome back, or welcome to Yoga with Ciara. This is day 8 of Glide. Today we're looking at hips and lengthening them up. So sometimes hips can be where you go into them and you kind of get gnarly into your hips. This is more how do we open and widen and lengthen, connecting hips to the whole body. So come stand on your mat. Come. So feet are flat on the floor, feet are hip distance apart, hands to your hips, and just roll. And as you roll your hips, feel how your ribs are moving and how your knees are moving. So they change position based on the fact that you're moving your hips. And just feel that. Maybe have your hands long beside you, maybe have your hands on your hips, and just feel that. Change direction. Lean into the edges of your range. So when I go to the side with my hips, I can feel the twangs. When I lean forward, I can feel lengthening. I can feel stretching through the front of my belly. Just feel that. Nice. Interlock your fingers, reach your arms overhead, and then do the same thing with your arms. For me, there's a little bit more twanginess. As I go to the right, my left rib cage, my left belly tells me, oh, I'm a bit tight. So just here, where are your twangs, your different sensations? Roll in the other direction. So this direction for me is much, much easier. It's funny how one way is very different from the other. Nice. Bring your arms down, roll your shoulders, big circles. And then roll in the other direction. Nice. So reach both arms forward, pull both elbows back into lawnmower, and your elbows are coming towards each other and your fists are resting beside your chest. And I'm squeezing, like I feel the muscles between my shoulder blades really engage. And then reach your arms forward, round your back, and look down towards the floor. So this is zombie. Nice. Pull your elbows back, squeeze them back, pull them towards each other, and then reach your hands forward. Zombie. So travel from double lawnmower to zombie. I hear Michael Jackson in my head. Thriller. Double lawnmower. Zombie. And I'm really pushing into the end of my range. I'm opening my chest and I'm opening the back of my body. So it's like I'm doing a cat pose and standing through the chest. One more time. Nice. So interlock your fingers. Go gently and steadily with this. Discover your range and then deepen into it. Okay, so reach your arms up towards the ceiling and then look up and push into your toes and lean backwards. And then come forward, bring your elbows to your knees. And then rise, reaching up, lean up. And then bring your elbows down to your knees. And again. Is it the rib cage, the belly, the hips that are opening? Which one is where the biggest focus of what you're doing is? Really straighten your legs as you rise up. Bend your elbows. Rise up. Bend your elbows. And again, rise up. Reach up. And bend your elbows. Nice. Pause there. Elbows are bent. Elbows are on your knees. Nice. Come all the way up. Come stand to the front of your mat. So feet are hip distance apart. Reach your arms wide. Bring your palms together. Bending your elbows, bending your knees. Come all the way down. Hands to the floor, forehead to your knees. Hands to your shins. Lift your chest and look forward. Hands to the floor. Step your right foot back. And pause there. Really lean into the deep of your hip. Nice. Lift your lunge by straightening the front leg. And then bend your knee. Lean into your hips. So just rise and drop. Go slowly, go steadily. Listen to your hips. Rise. Drop. One more time. Rise. Drop. Drop your knee to the floor. Straighten your back leg. Drop your knee to the floor. Straighten your back leg. One more time. Drop your knee to the floor. Straighten your back leg. Both hands flat. Step back into your plank. Pause there for a moment. Draw your navel towards your spine. And drop your knees down, lower all the way down. Nice. So from here, bring both arms long in front of you. And then just lift your head. Let your hands be light on the floor. Lift your toes, squeeze your bum. Drop your head down, soften your arms. And again, rise. Lower down. Nice. So next time you rise, slide your right hand back towards you and just see where your fingertips end. So I'm trying to bring my fingertips to the side of my rib cage and then slide my hand forward, drop my feet. Slide the left hand back. What in wellness does your hand do? I'm bringing my hand back to my waist, to my rib cage, and slide it forward. So glide your right hand back, rising. Lower. Glide the left hand back. Lower. And the hand that's on the floor in front of me is pushing slightly into the floor as I push down and then reach. Push down as I glide back. Reach. Push down, glide back. Reach one more time. Glide back. Reach. Nice. Bring both elbows back underneath your shoulders or elbows back underneath beside your rib cage. Drop your head down. Push into your elbows, reverse back. Bring both hands to the floor. Cat pose. Rounding. Arching. Rounding. Arching. Nice. Look over your right shoulder. Look at your right foot. And look over your left shoulder. Look at your left foot. Nice. Push back into your downward dog. Stretching back through your legs. And just feel into your legs. I really like crouching. So bend your knees as low as they go to the floor and then stretch through your legs. My arms are staying more or less still as I do that. Bend your knees. Stretch your legs. One more time. Bend your knees. Stretch your legs. Let's walk slowly forward to the front of your mat. Slowly rolling up. Reach your arms wide. Palms come together. Reaching up and lean a little bit back. Nice. Bending your elbows, bending your knees all the way down. Hands to the floor, forehead to your knees. Hands to your shins. Lift your chest, look forward. Hands to the floor. Step your left foot back. Nice. Lift your lunge by straightening out the front leg. Drop your lunge. Lean into your left hip. Lift. Drop. Lift. Drop. Nice. Lift. Drop. Wonderful. One more time. Lift. Drop. Drop your back knee to the floor. Straighten your back leg strongly. Drop your back knee to the floor. Straighten your back leg. Back knee to the floor. Straighten your back leg. One last time. Back knee to the floor. Straighten your back leg. Nice. Step back into your plank. Pause there. Knees to the floor, belly to the floor. Great. So Bring your arms out long in front of you. And as you rise, draw your right hand back and pull your right out. Either keep your hands on the floor like we did before, or pull your elbow back into lawnmower. Nice. And then reach your hand forward. Either keep your fingers on the floor or pull your elbow back into lawnmower. And as you do this, as you pull your right elbow back, let your left ear drop towards the left. So you're turning your torso. Left elbow comes back, drop your ear towards the right. Keep your bum squeezing, your toes lifting as you move from one side to the other side. One side, other side. Nice. Bend both elbows, bring your head to rest on your hands, and then tuck both toes under and just place your hips flat on the floor so that they're connected to the floor. Point through your toes. Lift the left foot off the floor, lower it down. Lift the right foot off the floor, lower it down. And just begin to lengthen one leg up and back, and then lengthen the other leg up and back. Rising, rising. So the main thing is that you're doing your range. What is your range of movement? What is wholesome for you? Nice. So bring both hands. I'm going to turn for this one. So bring both hands so that your elbows are bent and your hands are on the floor. Stretch your right arm long. Bend your left knee. And bring your left foot over towards the right. And just pause there. Nice. Come back. Bend both elbows. Bring your left arm long. Bend your right knee. And then bring your right foot over towards the left. You're going gently with your shoulder. You're listening. And then begin to glide from side to side. This is called scorpion. So reach your right arm long. Bring your left foot over. You can keep both knees bent if you wish and just drop over from side to side with both knees bent. Or you can straighten the leg that you're rolling on and keep the other knee is bending one at a time. See what suits you. Nice. You can also, so if I drop my feet over towards the right, then I glide the left foot a little bit higher towards my right hand. So maybe start to glide higher towards the hand that you're aiming for. So now I'm beginning to open into the belly, open into the hip a little bit more. Just feel that. Nice. One more time. Super cool. Right, bring your elbows back. Drop your head down. Push back into your cat. Push back into your downward dog. Just stretching back, lengthen through your legs. Have a bit of a wiggle. Really lengthening back into your heels. And come up onto your toes. Back onto your heels. Come up onto your toes. So we did this 2 days ago, but in a different way. Turn your right foot so your nails are on the floor, so your foot is back to front. And then just roll across your toes. Maybe you straighten your leg a lot as you do it. Maybe you keep your knee bent. The straighter your leg is, the harder it is. So just feel either your knee is bent and you're just playing with your toes, or you're straightening your leg. Nice. Other side. Toes on the floor. Roll across your toes. Straightening your leg, maybe. Nice. Bring your knees to the floor. Come and lie on the floor, all the way down. Lying on the floor, knees are bent. Spine is resting on the floor. Feet are hip distance apart. Arms are long beside you. And then just push your feet down and lift your hips up off the floor. Lower down. So you're rolling up and down along the spine, but you're pushing your hips up and you're opening through the front of your hips and the thighs. Lower down. Just feel that. Rising up. Lowering down. Can you feel the moment when your bum begins to squeeze deeply? lowering down. So at the top of every movement, feel the bum squeeze. And then down, up, down, up, down. One more time. Up, down. Squeeze the right knee up onto your chest, hug it in. And then unfold your right leg and let it float just above the floor, surging down into your heel. Bend your knee, squeeze it up. Stretch it long, let it float just above the floor. One more time. Bend your knee, draw it up. Squeeze in deeply, and now stretch it up towards the ceiling and let your legs swing from up towards the ceiling to almost touching the floor. And just swing it up. So you're almost trying to bring your toes towards the floor above your head, and then you almost bring your heel to the floor. Up, down, up, down. And I feel like I'm really like my leg is really trying to draw itself a little bit closer towards the floor above my head. I'm really pulling with my own leg, but not with my hands. Down, one more time. Up, down. Nice. Change. Squeeze the left knee up onto your chest, hug it in. And then unfold your leg so it floats just above the floor. Bend your knee, squeeze it in. And then stretch it long. Bend your knee, squeeze it in. Stretch it long. Nice. Next time it draws in. Now we're going to start lengthening and swinging. So stretch your left leg up towards the ceiling. Toes are pointed. You're drawing your foot towards your face or towards the floor above your head, that direction. And then sweep down. Heel floats just above the floor. Up, down. And on the up, I feel this like my leg is trying to go further. And then when I'm down, my heel is surging away from me. So it's my leg is really active and engaged. It knows where it is. It knows how to connect. Up and down. Nice. From here, draw the left knee up onto your chest and hold onto it. Stretch your right leg long so it floats just above the floor. Point into your right toes. So there's 3 or 4 different versions of this. So this one is the easiest version because you're holding onto your knee. The next version is where your arms are up towards the ceiling. The next version is where your head is lifted and you're looking down towards your feet. So see which one you do. So pointing into the right toes, draw a circle with your right leg. So really choose the distance that you go to. Maybe hold onto your knee because this is strong enough. Maybe reach your arms up. Maybe lift your head up. Circling. And then circle in the other direction. Nice. And then just lift your leg up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. One more time. Up and down. Drop your head down, squeeze both knees towards you. Nice. Other side. Hold the right knee in towards you, stretch the left leg long. Again, there's 3 different versions. So squeeze your knee in, holding onto it. Stretch your arms up, pause there. Or lift your head up, pause there. Point into your left toes, draw a circle. So if you've gone too far, you'll know it. You'll be struggling. So don't struggle. You should be able to have a conversation where you are. Well, almost. The second round is harder. So I'm going to drop my head down. So circling with your left leg. Nice. And then up, down with your leg. Up, down. Up, down. One more time. Up, down. Squeeze both knees in towards you. Hug them in. Bring both feet to the floor and just drop your knees from side to side. Just listen to how do your hips move? How do your spine feel? Nice. Both feet are on the floor. Lift your hips up off the floor. And lowering down. Feel the moment when your bum squeezes. rising up, squeeze, come back. So really feel that moment of, this is bum squeezing. So often there's this thing called sensory motor amnesia. It's where, you might have really tight shoulders, but you have no sensation that tells you, except for when they get really bad and then you go, oh, I've got a pain in my shoulders, but your shoulders are tight the whole time. And you've just lost that sensation of noticing my shoulders are on. So what we're trying to do is feel, oh, I'm squeezing my bum, and now when it's all the way down, it's relaxing. Oh, I'm squeezing my bum. When it's all the way down, it's relaxing. So we're noticing on in the buttocks, and then we're noticing that they turn off as you drop down. And it's just that really interesting thing of, the more we're aware of how we engage ourselves, the more we can be aware of how we relax ourselves. Just continue squeezing up, relaxing down, squeezing up, relaxing down, up, down. One more time. Up, down. So stay there, feet flat on the floor, or bring the soles of your feet together and your knees apart. And just give yourself a hug. Just wrap yourself around with your arms. And just be grateful for the fact that you turned up, you listened, you connected, you moved. Glide has all these, I really feel like they're like these big movements. Very much enjoy and they take us on a different adventure journey. Intention of the month, inspired by the sea, movements that randomly come from swimming, or just how we move, strong gestures for the body, whole body movements. It's very nice. So bring your arms wide beside you and bring your knees so your feet are flat on the floor. So if you can stay there for another minute and a half, that would be wonderful. If you have to dash off into your day, take another 30 seconds at least. Really let yourself settle. Like that thing, we very much know how to turn on our muscles, turn on our nervous system, but we have to cultivate how to turn off things. So I'll see you all tomorrow. Another wonderful installation of Glide. So thanks for joining me. Such a pleasure to be here. Thank you, Sinead, who's driving at the moment into Nice. Hi, Sinead. Hi, Ben. And yeah, thanks to everyone. I love this. So be well and be you and be awesome. And I will see you all tomorrow for day 9 of Glide. Oh, amazing. Ciao for now.